Hello everyone, this is Dr. Claudia Ho, and this video I'm going to talk about Cummins Quadrants. So according to Cummins theory, students acquire language in two different systems. The first is BICS, the second is CALPS. BICS means social language. CALP, C-A-L-P means academic language. Now, as a teacher, we have to understand the different characteristics and different features and different language patterns of CALP and BICS. Otherwise, we don't know how to help a student acquire second language. So that's why Cummins provide the chart, and to help English teacher to prepare lessons. Okay, let's look at the quadrant. And the top of the quadrant, that's called cognitively less demanding, which means that the teaching content, the learning content is more concrete. So please write down more concrete. More concrete means it's easier for people to understand. For example, if we use English to buy food, buy stuff, that's easy. However, in the letters, in the bottom of the table, that is cognitively more demanding, which means that we acquire to use the language in a more abstract way. So here, please write down more abstract. For example, here is using English to buy stuff. For here, using English in academic setting, using English to write essays, using English to give presentation, that is more demanding. Okay, so that is for this is how we define the two sides of the quotient. Okay, on the left side, this is context embedded. This is context reduced. In the context embedded, please write down more clues. More clues, C-L-U-E-S. Clues mean you have more contextual support in the conversational or in the writing, commuting situation. You have more clues to figure out your conversational partner's meaning. For example, for instance, let me think, facial expressions. So face-to-face communication, we can observe people's facial expression to know whether he or she is angry or not, whether he or she means it or not. Another contextual support is visual ads with pictures, with objects, with dictionary provided or not. Okay, so that's context embedded. And context reduced, please write down less clues. So in the language situation is that we don't have much information to guess what our conversational partner means. For example, for telephone conversation, you cannot watch people's reactions. You can only interfere people's meaning through the sound systems or through the intonation of people's utterance. So you cannot guess from their, or you cannot interpret from their facial expression with the context reduced. Or you have no support from first language. You have no support from pictures or objects or dictionary. So we call it context reduced. Okay, so let's look at the quotient one. Cognitive less demanding means more concrete, and context embedded means more clues. So what kind of language situation that happens and lying in this area? We call it quotient one. Quotient one is the easiest language acquisition one, easiest language proficiency one. Okay, we call the quotient one, for example, playground English. If we put a kid in a single language environment, probably after 1 week, he or she can do excellent in interacting with other native speakers in the playground. because the English is very easy to attainable. The English is very easy to attend. And for example, it's my turn, whose turn, I go first, your turn, oh, you fell, oh, you were hurt, something like that. Okay, so that is Quadrant 1, playing simple games, playing or playground English. In the Quadrant 2, is more cognitive demanding, meaning more abstract, and however, it's with more contextual clues. So more abstract means it's academic knowledge. For example, science class, history class, chemistry class, or English literature class that requires students a higher level thinking ability. However, as an English teacher, single language teacher, we can simplify the lessons through hands-on activity. You can divide the learning content into steps. So you have to use students build up their knowledge step by step. So you help them learning by doing. We call the hands-on activity. For example, when I teach any abstract concept, I try to provide you tables, or I try to provide you discussion sheet. I try to provide you activity to help you each other brainstorm the ideas, and then you generate your own ideas, and then we share the answer together with the whole group. In the end of the class, I provide my conclusions. That is one example of how we teach abstract idea with more clues. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'll say that again. How we teach abstract ideas with more clues. So use a lot of activity to help your student. And this is the best scenario, best situations we want to utilize in our language classroom. So remember, Quadrant 2 is very important. Okay, let's look at Quadrant 3. This less demanding means more concrete conversation, however, without contextual clues. So we can see that predictable telephone conversation. I bet most of you have the experience of using second language to talk on the phone, no matter it's for bank issues or for technical problems, for credit card issues, or for medical issues. In that situation, you will figure out that it's more difficult, more complicated for you compared to you speaking in person, because we don't have chances to observe people's facial expressions. We cannot tell their mood, so that's why it's difficult. And in the Quadrant 4, that's the last quadrant. This is the most difficult part because it's more abstract and with less clues. That is what we encounter in school setting. That's what you are encountering in our TESOL theory classroom as well. All of the reading is difficult. All of the articles are extremely hard, extremely abstract. And I request you to do oral presentation, to do leading discussions. And I also have a midterm exam. So to you, that is the pressure because it's with very abstract ideas and with less support. So you feel overwhelmed whenever the text is on Quadrant 4. So according to Cummins Quadrants, we figure out that no matter how hard the content is, we can still use a more simplified way to teach our students. So no matter which quadrant it is, we try to help our students to learn difficult concepts. So make sure that whenever we provide lessons, we adopt the idea of Quadrant 2 to help our students learn knowledge through step by step, through hands-on activity, through learning via doing, learning via practicing. Okay, that's almost everything regarding Cummins Quadrant. Again, if you have any questions, feel free to send me line messages. Okay, good luck for your midterm examination.